Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to be here as always. Today is Thursday, 9th of October. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. We certainly are. We've had a day off today, so we've packed in quite a lot of things today, which has been really cool. But always make time to do my live for you guys. Quick update then, OES wise, nothing new there, but as you all know, really the last few hours of getting your application in. If you haven't done it, now's the time. It will this time tomorrow. It'll all be over, and the application will be closed. And then obviously we wait and wait to hear from our CEO on how we're going to be notified and the time frame of that. I wanted to come on here today and talk about common sense and why there's a bit of a lack of it, really, isn't there, around the world at the moment, the use of common sense. And the reason I want to talk to you about common sense is to try and alleviate any anxiety that you guys may have about moving forward, however that's going to be, whether you are lucky enough for being verified through the application, or you come in via a link of anybody's. Whichever way it may be, it's immaterial. But what I'm trying to do is to use common sense as far as Victory with Ash is concerned and the ultimate business we're going to go into. Now, as you well know, I am a straight talking person. I like to think of things logically, and that is because I use common sense as far as it is all concerned. And this is what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. But before I talk to you about it, what is common sense? It is the practical judgment and understanding of basic facts that most people intuitively possess, allowing them to make reasonable decisions and navigate situations without specialist knowledge or complex reasoning. It is fundamental ability to perceive and assess situations based on shared experiences and widely accepted ideas, often described as sound, prudent judgment and a natural awareness of one's environment. Common sense. So why is that important for where we are at the moment? This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, if you apply that common sense, the basic facts of what we know, for any business to be successful, any business to be successful, what has to happen? The company, the business itself, has to be able to produce sales and make a profit. Okay. And for that to happen, it has to be able to make that happen. So, what I'm trying to get over to you is that we are going to be the salespeople of this new business. Okay. And the company are going to help us as much as they possibly can to be able to be successful to make those sales. And if we make the sales, not only do we profit from that, but also the company itself will profit from those sales. So you see the collaboration that we have between us and the company and our CEO, Ash Mufarah. He is going to make sure that we have everything at our disposal to be successful within our endeavors for the company. Because without those sales, there is no company. So you see where we are. I am using common sense here because one does not go without the other. For the ultimate business, wherever we're going to be successful, it needs us to be able to sell the products for them so that it can be successful and we can be successful. So how does we do that? Through Victory with Ash. We are going to go in there. We are going to be given all of the help, all of the learning, all of the teaching on how to be able to be successful. Now, I'm just talking about the videos and the literature. There might be loads more stuff in there that we don't even know about. There may be tools, for instance, that we can use, bots, I don't know, or lots of other things, but it makes sense for the company to make available to us anything and everything that will give us the best possible chance of being ourselves personally successful. Because the more successful we are, guess what? The more successful the company will be as well. So that connection that we will have with us and the company has to work both ways. They are teaching us, they are bringing us up to a level where we are going to be competent enough to be able to then go out there into the big bad world, and then we are going to be able to do our thing. And that means success for us, but it also means success for the company. So I've just used logic and common sense, and that really has, for me, given me an awful lot of peace of mind. Because if they are just bringing us in and teaching us a few things without really helping us to give us as much as we possibly can, we're not going to make any sales. I hear so many people saying, I'm not a salesman. I don't know how to sell anything. So how are they going to expect me to do that? Now, if everybody is that way, and Ash has said it many times, we understand many of you are not salespeople. When I say salesman, I mean collectively. I don't mean it a discriminative way. So don't you think he knows that? Don't you think he has got things in place to overcome that hurdle? Don't you think that there is going to be things within Victory with Ash and maybe even the business that are going to assist us to be successful? Up here for thinking, down there for dancing. And this is where I really believe that common sense and the use of common sense and the logic around it really does help to alleviate any anxiety, because it really makes sense to me that that is something that is going to be there. I would be really surprised if it's not, because it's not in the company's best interest to just let us wallow around without having any clear track of what's happening, any help or anything like that, because that is detrimental to the business as a whole. And let's face it, at the end of the day, for it to succeed, it needs us to succeed as well. That two-way street. And this is one of the reasons why I am very excited about moving forward, because I understand that connection that we have with the business both ways, because they are going to help us to be successful. They are going to give us the tools and the training and everything else in between for our success. So if you are anxious at the moment about A, being verified, B, being accepted into Victory with Ash, and then having to learn and all the rest of it, don't be. Because every assistance will be given for all of us to come up to a certain level that we can or easily then go on to do what is required of us by the company. Makes sense. Now, I don't know what that's going to entail, right? Because we haven't been given that information. But if you use that logic, that common sense, then it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? That that is what's going to happen. Because without it, there is no business. There is no success for us. only a very few people will be successful. The ones who can market a little bit, the ones who have maybe got something about them or whatever it may be, they're the only ones that will be successful within the business. And that isn't going to be sustainable for it. It needs to have the vast majority of people to be successful so that the company can be successful as well. This is where the community of all of us comes in strong, because of the collective strength of us all together not only makes us successful, it makes the company successful. And they are going to give us every opportunity, every tool, every help that they possibly can for that success. And in between all of that, we all come in ourselves as a community, as leaders, as whatever else it may be, helping each other where we can for clarification, for bits and pieces, and all the rest of it. This is why the common sense attitude, the logical reasoning behind so many things really does stop alleviating the anxiety that many people are feeling at the moment. Even let's say you don't get verified on this first priority listing that you have put in for your application. Let's just say, for instance, you are unlucky and you didn't get the priority position. Okay. And you have to sign up under whatever leader you choose to go under. It doesn't really matter. I actually don't like the word leader. We'll have to come up with another one for that. So you sign up under that. You are still going to have the same opportunities within Victory with Ash as anybody else is. You're still going to get your referral link, the same as everyone else is within Victory with Ash. So apart from that priority positioning on the very, very beginning, there ain't a lot that's going to be changing. You're still going to have the same training. You're still going to have the same help as everyone else. And in fact, you can almost argue that if you are under somebody that you like and you trust, that person should, as a supposed leader, give you the assistance that you need as well. So you do need to choose wisely, really, of who you choose if you are unlucky. But what I'm trying to point out here is just because you might not get in on the first priority wave of applications does not mean to say that you are not going to be successful, that you are not going to get into Victory with Ash, because you can, just by clicking on whoever's link that you want to go in with. And that person should help you as much as the company does as well. And this is the whole point of having the priority areas, is to earmark people that the company knows who are going to help other people. It makes sense, doesn't it? Again, logic. There's no point of having people there at the top who are going to just do things on their own. They're not going to help people within their customer base. And this is why we really need to choose wisely if you are one of the unlucky people. So let's go back to common sense. Let's use it, okay? Rather than running around like a headless chicken, thinking the sky is going to be falling in and everything is going to stop and the world's going to stop spinning, okay? Let's just take a deep one, okay? Look at it logically, use some common sense and think, what is going to happen when I go there? Am I going to be given the right training? Am I going to get the help that I want? Is the tools going to be accessible to me to be successful? And the answer to all of that is yes. So this is where that logic, common sense comes in, so that we are all going to have our individual success, but collectively we are even stronger. Anyway, guys, short and sweet today. Be back around tomorrow, Friday, for another one. Obviously, if I hear anything that needs to be brought to your attention, I'll bring that up tomorrow. Saturday, I'm actually working. And again, if anything comes up, I'll bring that up to your attention later on as well. Okay. Few hours left, guys, for the application. If you haven't done it, get busy, get it doing then. But remember, use common sense for moving forward. Everything's going to be fine. Nothing is going to happen. We're going to be given the help. We're going to be given the training. There is going to be a responsibility for all of us to do some work within our own business, but we will be given as much help as we need within Victory with Ash. That's it from me. Speak to you all very soon. Bye for now.